I'm John White. Today we're going to take a few questions from the mailbag, and we're going to talk about turf grasses and lawn care today. And the first one is from John here in Las Cruces, and wants to know about starting a lawn at home, and he's worried about allergies, and he's heard that Bermudagrass does have a lot of allergy problems associated with it. With me today is Dr. Alden Baltensperger.
Hi, John.
Good morning, Dr. Baltensperger.
Good to see you.
Dr. Baltensperger is a retired turfgrass researcher and professor here at New Mexico State, and Arden is an expert on helping answer some of these questions. So Arden, the question was about allergies and Bermudagrass. Can you give us shed a little light on that?
Some people are allergic to Bermudagrass, and if they are, it's not the grass you should plant.
Okay.
They'll if they're quite allergic to it, they'll even show symptoms when the kids roll in the grass. And I have grandkids that are allergic to Bermudagrass, and it's not the grass to have in your yard.
Okay.
There are other alternatives, you know.
So when we're starting to have some seed head formation on the grass, is that the main source of the allergen?
Yeah, the seed heads produce a lot of it, but even if it doesn't have seed heads or pollen, the pollen is most troublesome. But even if it doesn't have that, if your kids roll around in the grass and they're very allergic, they'll
just skin allergies.
Yeah, they should plant another grass.
So whether it's hybrid or common, you can still possibly have some problems.
But less with the vegetative varieties than the seeded varieties like this one.
Okay. Another question we have, Arden, is this is from Robert in Carlsbad, and he's asking about the water schedule on Bermudagrasses. He's heard that they're pretty drought tolerant, and what would be a good watering schedule on Bermuda?
And that's from where?
Carlsbad.
Carlsbad. Bermudagrass is quite drought tolerant. It rates up with buffalo grass, but as you well know, here in June, we still need a lot of water on Bermudagrass to keep it green. And there are different ways that you can water. We probably ought to talk to Dr. Leinauer about this, but I like on my home lawn to water only once a week. I have quite fine textured soil, and I water heavy once a week, about 2 inches of water per watering.
Okay.
But whatever you do, I think this time of year you need to put on almost 2 inches of water sometime during the week to keep Bermudagrass looking good.
Okay.
One nice thing about Bermudagrass, though, is if you are terribly short of water, you can shut the water off and let it turn brown if you can stand that, and then it'll recover. It'll recover after a month of severe drought. It's very tolerant to that sort of thing.
Okay. Our third question is from Rebecca in Hobbs, and she has a problem with her Bermudagrass showing a bluish gray cast, and the nurseries have told her that's a fungus, and other people have told her that's a drought symptom in grass.
That'd be hard for me to answer without seeing it, but it sounds like it might be somewhat variety related, and it almost sounds to me like it might be short of water. It does tend to get blue-gray when it gets short of water.
Okay. Yeah. So good technique for her would be to actually sample an area
and visit her local county agent.
That's right.
And see whether it's truly a disease.
Get some information on that.
Yeah.
Arden, as far as Bermudagrasses in general, they are good for the southern part of the state.
Very well adapted to this part of the state.
Do you have some cultural techniques to pass on here?
Oh, my feeling is with Bermudagrass, make sure it gets enough nitrogen, about 2 pounds of nitrogen per month or that equivalent, and water, heavy, not too often, and it tends to take care of itself pretty well.
Okay. How about mowing heights?
That depends on what you're going to use it for. I think a home lawn, 3/4 to an inch is good. Fairways, they generally go with 3/4 of an inch or less. And if you want a real nice looking lawn, this variety here would mow down to 1/4 of an inch if you wanted to, 2-3 times a week if you wanted to mow it that much and have almost a putting surface.
Okay. So with adequate fertilizer and good watering and a good varietal selection, you should end up with a pretty good Bermudagrass
And you can
yard.
get by with very few pesticides if you treat the Bermudagrass right.
Keep it in good shape.
Yep.
Keep the weeds out. Okay. Well, Arden, thank you very much for
Very good.
being our guest today. Again, our guest has been
Thank you.
Dr. Arden Baltensperger, retired turfgrass specialist here at New Mexico State. Thank you.